Hey guys, so I was asked to do a bit more of an in-depth review here of these three handsets, and up here we do have the Moto G, the Lumia 640 and the Xperia E4g, which I've swapped out for a white one because I was getting bored with the black one. And these are all pretty much about the same price. I think the Moto G is slightly more expensive, but they all represent excellent value for money. And they all are coming in like at the budget kind of price point, so we can see here what each phone gives you and which one is the better buy here. And first things first, we can start off with the build quality of each device. And first things first, I say that obviously we are running a little bit different in terms of the ergonomics here. I think the ergonomics of the Moto G and the Lumia 640 among the best you can get right at the moment for 5-inch kind of devices. They do fit very snug in the hand here, and they feel absolutely fantastic. They're not the thinnest of devices and not the most sophisticated in terms of the premium, but I think in general the fit in the hand is really awesome. On the other hand, we do have the E4g here, which is 4.7 inches, which means you can comfortably use the whole device with one hand here, and it feels absolutely luxurious here. It's not the most premium device, so probably luxurious isn't the right way to describe it, but it does feel absolutely comfortable in the hand. And we do have kind of like this removable back here, which you can get off quite easily compared to some other devices, and that gives you access to your expandable storage and the micro SD. We also get that on the Lumia 640. It's a little bit more difficult to get off, but not too much of a chore. We are getting also on this one a removable battery, which is very nice. I'm not going to pull it now though, in case it goes off. So you are getting your micro SD expandability, and with this particular model that I've got, dual SIM capability, which is very nice. You can get a 4G version though if you prefer that. With the Moto G, again, you can take the back off here. It is a little bit more difficult to get off, I've found, but once you get the hang of it, it's quite easy. This is the 2015 Moto G, so it's coming with 4G, not dual SIM. You can get the dual SIM 2014 version, and if you prefer that. However, the 2015 version does have a slightly bigger battery, about 2,400 versus I think it was 2,000 odd before, so do bear that in mind. So they all support expandable storage, which is very nice. And in terms of the actual feel in the hand, I'm probably going to have to give it to the Moto G in general. They all feel excellent in the hand, don't get me wrong, but I think Motorola's really nailed it when it comes to the ergonomics, and because it's got like a bit of a curve to it, it feels fantastic in the hand. In regards to the displays here, we are running 720p displays on the Moto and the Lumia 640, whereas the display here is QHD, so not 720p on the Xperia E4g. But putting aside the actual pixel density, all of them get very nice and bright, and it can be used in direct sunlight pretty much. As you can see, I have tested that out, and they are very viewable. I'd say that they're all about the same in terms of the kind of viewing angles, etc. All of them give very nice kind of colours, so there's not really too much difference in the way of the screens, if we're to be honest. Obviously the E4g is coming with a slightly lower resolution, but you know, in terms of the day-to-day usage, it is a very nice screen here. It gets a lot of stuff right, and it's responsive as well. Because I was a bit worried about hearing some reports of the E4 being not very responsive, but this one, as you can see, everything opens up nice and quick. So I'd say the screen, for the screens, I'm going to tie it here with the Moto G and the Lumia just because they're a little bit more pixel dense. But other than that, we do have different specifications as well. We do have a Snapdragon 400 in both the Moto G and the Lumia 640, whereas the E4g is a bit more forward thinking here, and we're getting the MediaTek MT6732, which is a quad-core 1.5 GHz Cortex A53, and that's tied with the fantastic Mali T760 MP2, which is an absolutely fantastic GPU for your gaming. And I've been able to run pretty much every game with no issues on the E4g here. Which is, you can't really say the same really for other devices of this kind of caliber. You can just check out the gaming here on all of them. I've installed Real Racing 3 on the E4g and the Moto G. You can only get Real Racing 2 on the Lumia, but we can check it out here. Got some nice speakers to it. So as you can see here, the graphics are very nice, and this is also on GTA. You can play GTA on Max. So I really enjoy the gaming on the E4g. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Now if we have a look at the Moto here, we do have front-facing speakers, which is absolutely fantastic in terms of being more immersive. However, the raw performance probably isn't quite up there with the E4g, because it is coming with the Adreno 305 for the graphics. But you can see it does play the game without any major issues. However, when it comes to the GTA, it does struggle quite a lot, especially if you put the graphics up. But those speakers do sound very good here. And then finally we do have the Lumia here, which we can just check this out quite quick. So the Lumia does fantastic when it comes to the GTA, even though it's running the same specs as the Moto G, because it's on the Windows platform obviously, which is more optimized. There's some nice speakers here. So this one can definitely handle quite a bit of gaming, which is good, and you're obviously getting a little bit more screen real estate on these two compared to the E4g, but I think in terms of the raw performance, the E4g wins hands down, thanks to that fantastic Mali GPU. So other than that, obviously we do have different cameras here. We have 8 megapixel cameras on both the Moto and the Lumia 640, and a 5 megapixel one on the E4g, which it tries to be quite decent, I have to admit. It is more entry level than the other two, but I think in general the real competition here is between the Moto G and the Lumia 640, and I think in general you're going to get the better camera performance on the Moto G, but only just. The Lumia 640 is not far behind really, and it does offer you the full HD as well video recording, which is quite nice. The Moto is only limited to 720p, as well as the E4G does the full HD as well. But I found in low light the Moto G absolutely kills the Lumia 640, and if you're in a lot of low light situations you'll definitely appreciate that. In terms of the actual video recording, I think again it's quite similar really across the Moto G and the Lumia. The Lumia is slightly higher resolution obviously, which is nice, and the E4G does quite well as well. But in general I think this is more of a two-horse race here, and personally I prefer the Moto G overall for the camera. So other than that, there is obviously quite a big difference here with the software on all of them. We're running like close to stock Android on the Moto G, with some useful Motorola additions here, such as the Motorola Assist, which can help help you in the day. Like if you want to, for example, silence the device when you are going to bed or something, then you can do that, which is quite nice. So you just activate it here. So you can basically get it to also talk to you when you're on the road, which is quite cool, as well as play music. So there's quite a lot of stuff that Motorola Assist can do there. It doesn't really ruin the experience as well and bog the device down with lots of apps that you don't need. It's a very fresh, clean experience, and it is running Lollipop as well, which is quite nice. The E4G is coming with Android 4.4.4, so a little bit older in terms of the KitKat, but it does arguably offer you more in terms of like the integration with Sony here, such as the fantastic Walkman app. Which if I can find it here, it does look a million times better than the Play kind of app if you ask me. It does give you quite a lot more kind of customizations as well in terms of the sound enhancements, so you can put on all these different things here, which is quite nice. And I think let's have a look at this. On the higher end Xperia models you can even customize like the headphone profile, but I don't think that filters down to the lower end models. But then again, it is very nice full featured software here, and also I think the camera app is a little bit better really, particularly for people who want to go a little bit further than what the Motorola camera app gives you. They call it auto scene recognition on here for some reason, but if you're in like low light situation, you'll see a little icon come up down there saying it's detected you're in low light, and then it will optimize the settings there. So it does allow you to make the most of the 5 megapixel camera, whereas the one on the Moto is a bit kind of basic. So common complaint from me. In terms of the Lumia here, we are running General Distribution Update 2, which is based upon Denim, so you are getting very fresh, well I think one of the latest experiences of Windows Phone here until they push out the Windows 10 official. As you can see, things are grouped into categories now, so that is pretty nice. It also comes with some nice software touches here, and hardware touches, like for example when it's on the table you'll see the glance functionality come up, and I do miss that actually quite a lot from the higher end Windows Phone models. So the camera app as well is quite in depth here, which is down here somewhere, Lumia camera. You can see we can control quite a lot of stuff here, such as the white balance and shutter speed, which is good. So I definitely think those of you who a little bit cautious of Windows Phone should definitely give it a try. If you're heavily involved in the Google infrastructure, then maybe the E4g and the Moto G will probably be up your street, but I think the Windows Phone ecosystem definitely has a lot to offer as long as you take the time to understand it. And obviously we're getting Windows 10 very soon as well, which is quite nice. In terms of the battery life, not too much to say here. As I said, we are running a 2400 on the Moto, 2500 or 600 on the Lumia 640, I can't remember exactly, but it is removable, which is fantastic. We are also getting a quite a nice battery on the E4g as well. I think it's in the 2000s. I have to say the battery life on all of them have been absolutely fantastic, no issues whatsoever. The Sony does allow you to put on some stamina mode kind of optimizations though, which go a little bit more further than the one you'll find on the Windows Phone called Battery Saver. So you can see you can get into that here, and you can put your ultra stamina mode on, which is quite nice. I think Motorola used to have like a power saver mode. Don't know if they've got rid of it though. So I think they might have gotten rid of it because it wasn't very good, if we're to be honest. So they could definitely implement one of those on there, I think, in future. So yeah, I think that about covers it then with these three. All of them excellent phones nevertheless, but if I'm going to be honest with you, if you're looking for probably the best camera experience, I'm probably going to say go for the Moto G. It offers a fantastic camera and just general all around kind of performance, which it can stutter and lag a little bit here and there when you are grinding it down. And if for those who don't particularly enjoy that, I'd probably recommend you go for the Sony, which gives you the best gaming experience in my opinion, as well as like a more future-proof processor. I think it's 64-bit. And it feels fantastic in the hand in terms of the ergonomics if you don't like 5-inch phones. So that is a good choice. On the other hand, the Lumia 640, if you're looking for a removable battery as well as the excellent glance facility here, as well as a solid camera, nice big screen, then you can't go wrong with that one either. So 3 excellent phones, and hope you found this helpful if you're looking at these 3. Yeah, I will see you very shortly. Cheers.